Yes. What's going on? Listen, I'm going to show you guys how I was able to turn 2K into 4K scalping using my 5-minute strategy from home. And, I'm going to just go over this week, how I was looking at this week, how I was actually approaching the market, and, so on. So I'm going to show you guys some live trading. So let's waste no time. Let's get into it. So right here, okay, this is the 5-minute chart. This is NASDAQ, right? So overall, if you don't know my strategy, basically I'm looking at the 5-minute levels. I really don't do top-down analysis. I know a lot of you guys been taught, hey, you have to do top-down analysis. Nothing wrong with that. Me personally, lately I've just been only looking at the 5-minute chart. Okay, so let's go to Monday. Okay, so Monday we have, we had a gap down. Notice how we had this crazy gap right here, and overall, this is where the markets open up right here. Okay, so let me zoom in right here, and pretty much the way I was looking at the market, I'm like, okay, we had this tight range right here. Didn't really want to trade at all. I was looking for a situation like this, maybe, a break, maybe something like this. Hold on, let me show you real quick. Maybe, a continuation. And I was looking to, trade with a trend, or I thought that we was going to break down and maybe go, to the lows, whatever. So I was waiting for one of those scenarios, but, it popped out of range and then came back down to the range and popped up. So to me, I didn't really like that action. So I just skipped that day. I mean, notice how we had this big, green bar right here. And it's like, I don't know. I mean, it's like, I didn't like the price action, didn't trade. Okay. Now the next day, similar. Okay. So let me show you guys the next day. Overall, the next day, I'm looking at the market and, we do have resistance right here. And the market just shot up. It was just like straight line, Some days I could trade these days, but sometimes I just like trading pullbacks, so sometimes I just leave these days alone. We had resistance right here, but it blew right past resistance. I'm like, you know what? It is what it is, So this day, it wasn't really no pullback. So now, Wednesday, finally, I had a day where I said, okay, I can trade. And what we had was a market just pretty much in an uptrend, breaking this trend line. So to me, I was looking at this area right here as possible support. Okay, so it came to this area right here. I'm looking at this stock in this area right here, and okay, I see the market went down and then we popped back up right here, and that's when I got in. Okay, so I was looking for a nice 2-to-1, and I'll show you guys the live trading on this one right here. So let's go to the live trading. All right, so right here, I'm waiting to get in the market. I have my order placed in the market, and boom, I'm in the market right now. So I'm in the market, I'm waiting. Everything, is going okay. I'm not thinking about nothing right now. And I'm just, waiting to see what the market is going to do. I don't know this right now, but when I got in the market, I actually had my stop loss at the wrong place. It was actually below one of the candles before I entered. And I was supposed to, adjust my stop loss, but I didn't even recognize it until the market decided to pull back a little bit more. So let me fast forward that so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. All right, so right here, you see that the market is pulling back, and you see me adjust my stop loss. And I'm like, oh shoot, I actually had the stop loss at the wrong spot. Okay, so I actually put my stop loss below the candle that I was supposed to put it below. And even then, I thought I was going to get stopped out. I mean, look at this big candle right here. Automatically, if it's like right there at the stop loss, you're thinking that you're going to get stopped out. It is what it is. So in my mind, I'm like, all right, fine. I get stopped out. I just, look for another re-entry. That is it. That's my mindset. I'm just thinking I'm most likely I'm gonna get stopped out. So let's fast forward this to show you guys what happened next. Okay, so notice how this is the next candle that formed. It's going down, right down to my stop loss again. So this time I'm really thinking that, yeah, I'm gonna get stopped out. I'm like, all right, this is this candle that's gonna stop me out. But I do see buyers coming in. In my mind, I'm still thinking, yeah, that's probably fake buyers. It's probably gonna stop me out. So let me fast forward this. Okay, so now I'm starting to see this red bar turn into a green bar. Now I have a little bit more confidence, like, okay, most likely this trade actually is gonna work. So I'm starting to see buyers coming in. I'm starting to see a green bar, and I'm like, okay, we actually might be good on this trade. So let me fast forward this. All right, so right here, basically the market is going towards my target profit, okay? And everything is looking good. So again, I thought I was gonna stop out. Nothing you can do about that. I was gonna re-enter if they actually gave me another opportunity, but they, I didn't stop me out. So let me show you guys getting a target profit. And right here, I am pretty much getting my profit right here. Boom. All right. So overall, you see me, I'm up $4,743, okay, on that trade. Now, that was I wouldn't say a stressful trade. It was just a trade that, you know, I thought it was gonna stop me out, and I was just looking for a re-entry. But if you're a new trader, that could have definitely stressed you out a little bit. But this is why you have to risk an amount that you are just comfortable risking and losing, and you should be okay. So let me show you guys the next day, which is today, and let's go from there. All right, so this is today, and honestly, I thought I wasn't going to trade at all today, and I'm gonna show you why. So the way I was looking at the market, okay, of course, you know, it looks bullish, and I'm looking for, you know, a long. What I see is pretty much we had this trend line, we broke this trend line. We definitely have some demand and support around here. So I'm looking at this area right here, okay? This is definitely a good area right here to look for some reactions, okay? So I'm looking at that. Now, this is the bar where the market opened, this red bar right here, and I'm looking for just, you know, a reaction right there so I can actually, you know, take a trade. So I'm looking over here for a reaction, and I didn't get the reaction that I wanted. The reaction that I really wanted, I wanted the market to, you know, pull back right here, right? Maybe form a nice little green bar right here, and I take it, right? And I go long right here and look for a nice little 2-to-1. But guess what? That didn't happen. Instead of that, we got this right here. So we got the market basically reacting to this area right here, right? But it gave me this crazy wick, and if you look at this, it looks like some type of wedge going on right here. And it was a breakout trade, and I really didn't want to take this breakout, you know? I didn't want to take it. I wanted this pullback. So the market went up without me. It is what it is, and you have to live with that. Like, you have to understand, if it's not your trade, don't force it. So I'm looking at this and I'm like, okay, I see resistance right here, but I really don't want to, short this right here, because overall the market is kind of bullish until I saw a nice reaction from the market. So what do we have here? We have the market reacting to this resistance, crazy selling right here. Notice now we have crazy selling to the downside. So right here, I'm like, all right, it's a possibility that the market wants to, maybe go down. Okay. So the way I'm looking at this is we have, some type of trend line break right here, and we have this basically resistance reaction. So anywhere around here, I'm looking to sell, okay? And we have this swing high right here, okay? This is a swing high. So the market went up, down, right? So this is a swing high right here I'm looking at, and it reacted to this swing high, okay? So when the market tried to go above the swing high and it couldn't, I went short right here, okay? And I scalped for a 2-to-1, okay? So let me show you guys this live trading real quick. All right, so I'm in the market right now, and I'm pretty much looking for my target. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, all right? When I took this trade, I'm saying to myself, this is not gonna work out. Number one, the trade that I really wanted to take, it worked out, right? But it didn't give me, a signal that I wanted, right? So it is what it is. Now, this trade right here, even though it's a good trade, it's part of my system, I'm still thinking it's not gonna work out again, because that first long that I really wanted, it worked out. And not only that, the resistance trade worked out, okay? So when it hit resistance, boom, we sold off. So those two trades worked out perfectly. So I'm like, man, I don't really think this trade is gonna work out. But guess what, guys? This is why you can't cherry pick your trade, guys. You have to take your trade no matter what. You can't say, oh, well, this doesn't look good, so I'm not gonna take it. No, you have to take it. If it's part of your system, you have to take it. This is part of my system. At first I wanted to take it long. I couldn't take it. It didn't show me a good signal, but right here, it showed me selling coming in, pull back to the selling. Now I'm taking this trade. So right here, I'm thinking I'm going to get stopped out, and I thought it was going to get stopped out. It almost stopped me out, but guess what? Okay, it went back down. So let me fast forward that real quick. So right here, guys, I thought that bar was going to stop me out, but selling is coming in, and I'm looking for my target profit. Okay, so let me fast forward this and let me show you guys what happened next. All right, so everything's looking good. It's going to my target profit, and boom, I'm out. Okay, and you see I'm up $4,209 for the day. Okay, so I'm looking for a 2-to-1 when I'm trading. Last year, you saw me, going for 1-to-1s, maybe 1-to-2, sometimes 1-to-3s or more. But this year, I'm trying to, stick to my, 2-to-1s, 2 times my money when I'm taking a trade. Just in case, if I get stopped out, I re-enter, guess what? I can still make my money back and have some profits for the day. So that is my way of thinking. Let's go back to the chart real quick. I want to show you guys real quick. So overall, okay, most people will tell you, okay, that only look for longs. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. So look at the daily chart, okay? If we're doing top-down analysis, the daily chart is long, like straight up bullish market. Go to the 1 hour chart, boom. It's just making up high highs, it's in the uptrend. So in your mind, you're saying to yourself, no way, why would I take a short? Again, I told you guys that the way I'm looking at the market, I don't really care about the longer or the macro trend. I'm only looking at the 5-minute trend, because usually the 5-minute intraday trend is sometimes doing the opposite of, the macro trend. So this is a good example of, the market in a crazy uptrend, but I was able to scalp to the short side, okay, and make, have some money and make a quick 2-to-1, even though the macro is to the upside. So this is why I tell you guys, me personally, I like looking at the 5-minute chart for my levels, for my direction, and everything else, because sometimes the macro trend could sometimes confuse you a little bit, So that is how I was looking at the market, how I was trading. So tomorrow's Friday. I don't know how I'm gonna do tomorrow, but today I'm just basically recording this, showing you guys so far how I'm looking at this week and how I'm looking at the market. So guys, listen, it's Friday. I wasn't even going to film today because usually I'm busy on Fridays, but I was able to take a trade. I wasn't sure if I was going to trade today, but I saw something and let me show you. But before I even show you guys, I actually almost missed this trade. In the morning time, I was going to the supermarket real quick, and I was in the supermarket longer than I expected. I'm like, I looked at my phone and I'm looking at the setup. I'm like, yo, you gotta be kidding me. So I was online, right, checking out my the groceries, and good thing nobody was at pretty much in the store. So nobody was online. Boom, I did a self checkout. I was pretty much running to my car. I had my hotspot on, the laptop was in my car. So I turned the hotspot on, I turned my laptop on. Good thing I didn't miss the trade. As soon as I opened my laptop, boom, I got in. And this is what you're gonna see right here. So let me explain the trade first before you see it. So right here, overall, let's look at the trade. So right here, you look to the left, you see this resistance right here. So that's what I'm looking at, right? So overall, the market popped up at 9:30, right? And shot up to this resistance. And notice how it was rejecting from this resistance. So let me go to the live trade real quick. So right here, guys, I'm in the trade. I'm not gonna lie to you. It looks like I'm gonna get stopped out. It is what it is. Nothing I can do about that. But I was like, okay, most likely I'm gonna get stopped out. If I have to re-enter, it is what it is, okay? So, if you look at this right here, it looks like the market is literally gonna stop me out, but let's fast forward this and let's see what happens next. So boom, you see this right here. The market is looking good. Basically, I'm looking at the market going my way. Sellers are coming in, and I'm just looking to see if, where's the 2-to-1. That's where you see me drawing the trade. You see me drawing how far 2-to-1 is. And I'm just waiting for my target profit. So let me fast forward this and show you guys what happened next. All right, here. So right here, guys, the market basically, we had news, and I didn't realize we had news. And I'm just waiting for my TP. I'm adjusting my targets right now, and all of a sudden news came out. Boom. Okay. And look, you're gonna see right here. Boom. You see how news just came out? It just flushed everything down. So that was my trade, and if you look at the P&L, guys, I'm up $7,767, okay? So that was it, guys. So this week was good, I had a profitable week. Some weeks I don't win, every single day like this, but some weeks could be, 2 days, I might have red days, and then the 3 days, I might have green days, okay? Or some weeks, it could be a break-even week, or even, I talked about it like a couple of weeks ago, I had a slightly losing week. So, you have to understand, whatever you have, keep trading the process, okay? So last week and this week was pretty good, but like I said before, a couple of weeks ago, slightly losing week. But the whole thing is always trade the process. That's it. right? Do not deviate just because you have a slow week or a losing week, whatever. But this week was pretty good. That was the trade. So that's all I have for you guys. If you have any questions, comment below. And if you want to learn how I'm trading, just go in the description. I have a Black History Month sale going on, so check that out. And until then, thanks a lot for watching. Take care. Have a great day.